Listen guys, if you trade volatility 75 index or any other financial market this way, you will definitely win the markets every single time. So we have successfully cleared a clean 1:3. If you're in the free Telegram, you would have experienced that. You would have been a part of that or not, but you would see that we have successfully done a clean 1:3 from this market. I'm expecting price to break this high and run up to this level, but before that happens, we've already taken out a lot of profits from around this region, so we don't have to worry if eventually price decides to pull back at that zone. Okay, that zone is a very strong zone. As you can see, it keeps pulling price back for the longest. You've seen a couple of rejections around that zone, and it just might pull price back. But if eventually price should break that level, then we'll definitely catch a 1:6. All right, definitely catch a 1:6. So how did I come up with this trading decision? I'm going to share with you guys step by step how I came to a conclusion that I want to be buying at this level, and then why I also send the signal to the platform. If you are not in the free Telegram, please make sure you find the link in the description of this video and join up so that you can be a part of what we have on there. You can also stay motivated when you see what is happening, how easy it is for others to do it, and you too can do it. So first of all, I want to go to the daily time frame. I want to see what has been happening in the market in the daily time frame. So from the daily perspective, you can see that price has been printing new highs, right? Price has been consistently printing new highs. So here we go, we had a high here, we had a lower high here. All right, so price eventually broke this structure here and continued to the upside, and then what happened? Price pulled back to this zone. All right, price pulled back to where you might want to call a demand zone. So here we've already seen, I just came here to see the direction of the market, right? The direction on the daily time frame is very important because it gives you a clear it gives you clarity on where the market is going to, right? Lower time frames will give you precision where to find your entries and all of that, but the higher time frames will give you direction. Most of the time you need to depend on the higher time frame for direction. So presently price is at a strong resistance zone. Price is at a strong resistance zone, which means that sellers might likely take over from there. So that is also a way for us to make money from the markets. But right now we are buying because of the reasons why I'm going to be explaining in this video. So make sure you stick around and watch this video to the end. If you are new to this channel, make sure you subscribe and turn on post notifications so that you always get new updates. So on the daily time frame, clearly price was going up, heading towards this supply zone, and having seen that, I want to go to a lower time frame to see that price also aligns, the market structure also aligns what is happening on the daily time frame. So also price has been printing new highs. All right, this was the first high here, and this is another high at this level, and then a lower high here, right? So that means we have two strong time frames telling us the same thing. All right, so let's go to the 4 hours time frame to see what is happening. Now we are looking out for candlestick formation at this point. We want to see that the market, oops, what's going on? We'll skip to the 1 hour time frame. All right, we'll go back to 4 hours later, but let's be at the 1 hour for now. So on the 1 hour time frame, you can see that price had pulled and then ranged around this level, right? There was a ranging phase here, and then what happened after price broke from that ranging phase? Price broke the highs of this level, right? Price broke the highs around this zone. I'm going to take the box out, please. So price broke this high, leaving the ranging phase completely. All right, and then what happened? There was a pullback into that level, right? Whenever price breaks a strong level, there is most likely going to be a pullback into that level, and that is when you should be looking for entries, right? You should only wait for entries when there is a strong zone that has been tormenting price, holding price back, and then there is a breakout of that zone. And if price breaks out of that zone, either to the upside or the downside, you know what to do. You wait for a retest of that level. All right, so you can see that price eventually came back down from after breaking that high here. After this break of structure, price had come back to that level, right? And then it began to range again at that level, right? And then moved from there, creating new highs, but eventually price still comes back to that zone. So what prompted our entry? Price was at that zone. Now this zone has consistently held price back here and here, and if you look back in time, you'll see that if you back test, you see that the same level was still holding price back. This is the same level. Price had consistently been going back down from that level, right? Price consistently respected that zone. So that means that place is a strong zone, and then price had come to that zone, which is a support zone. Now, remember we have an uptrend. We have price going upwards from the daily time frame, meaning we are in a bullish market, right? So having seen price come to a key support zone in a bullish market, what do you want to be doing at that point? You want to be looking for buying opportunities. So let's go find out why I decide that I want to buy. Excuse me. Let's go find out why buying at that zone was good for me. Now, on the 30 minutes time frame, I needed to see a bullish momentum. Let's go to a lower time frame. Let's go to the 15, I think the 5 minutes. I took this trade from the 5 minutes time frame, obviously. Excuse me. So on the 5 minutes time frame, mind you, I have to keep looking at the lower time frames every time. I don't like to skip any time frame, right? So I was consistently looking at the different time frames, and then on the 5 minutes time frame, this is what prompted my entry. So price had come to the support region here, and then I needed to see a new high, right? I needed to see a new high. So eventually price came down and then went up and came back to give me that high, right? Let me take all of these guys out so that that place will be free. So price came down, went up and gave me that high and then pulled back down, right? When price retested this zone, all I needed to see was a bullish engulfing candlestick on this time frame, right? And this happened. Now this bullish engulfing candlestick did not break this high. It didn't break this high, so I did not enter the trade immediately, right? This high was not broken yet until this other candlestick printed, right? When this candlestick printed and broke that zone, that is when my entry came in. All right, so I entered somewhere around here, and then boom, you can see how the market moved. And if you're in the free Telegram group, you definitely would have seen or even been a part of what we did with the volatility on 5 index market. So that is really easy for anybody to recreate. You can always look at this video and read the chart just like that. All right, you can always look at this video and read the chart just like that. If you have any issues and might want more insights on how this strategy works, all right, so this is it. You want more insight on how this strategy works, then you should be a part of our mentorship program, where I walk my students step by step how to do everything necessary to ensure that you follow the rules of this strategy. It's very simple, not so much, doesn't demand so much. You just have to know the principles and follow it faithfully, then you'll be good. So if we have a breakout of this zone, like I think I've mentioned that in the platform, if you have a successful breakout of this zone, then of course price already has broken that zone and retested. So I want to see a new high. I'm waiting to see a new high. Once I see a new high, that means this level would have been broken, right? That means there will be a break of structure here, and price would do something like this. And then give me a new high. At that point, I'll be looking for bullish momentum at this level, right? And then that's when I'll be riding again. Probably I'll give the signal again. I'll probably give the signal again so that my people can make more money. So guys, I want you guys to be a part of the platform. Check the description of this video for a link, completely free. So join us and partake in everything that is going on there. A lot is coming for you guys on there. I'll see you guys in the next video.